I've got a pretty big problem. My Minecraft world is quickly running out of iron. Thankfully, we're playing with the Create mod, which gives me the opportunity to build a really cool and unique factory to mass produce unlimited iron. The system for farming iron in Create is a whole lot different than vanilla, so it's gonna take some creative engineering to figure out how to do this. I want to put the factory right here. And if you didn't know, this is actually part of the future city region of my world. So I first need to lay out a big foundation of tuff across the whole peninsula, which is going to be a lot more expensive than it sounds. My next many hours were spent going back and forth, placing tuff, and then using the drill to gather up more tuff. It was honestly kind of relaxing though. Just doing a kind of mindless task like this for a couple hours would definitely recommend. This platform turned out perfect, but we need to start gathering resources for the factory. There's 4 main blocks it's made out of: andesite, deep slate, wood, and of course bricks. I'm not trying to spend the next month of my life mining clay, so I figured, what if we do something different? In addition to the iron factory, why don't we also build a brick factory? I mean, it'd help fill up the city some more because it's a little empty right now. So to build another factory, we needed another platform, so I decided to use the schematic cannon in order to place down a bunch more tuff, and then we built up the factory. It's not too complicated once you actually break it down. All that's happening is we're using these lava and glowberry liquids to make dripstone. The dripstone then gets grinded up in these millstones, which then grinds it into clay and then gets smelted into bricks. Pretty easy. I really wanted to come up with a cool build to put around this thing, and I figured we could build one of our first townhouses. I'm going for a bit of a 1950s New York style. At least that's what I've told people. I don't know exactly if that's what it would be. And I figured, what if we made this house some sort of masonry, or it's selling like brick related stuff like pots and stuff like that. I grabbed a bunch of blocks I thought might work with the style, and we're just gonna kind of wing it and see what happens here. I definitely want to build some type of foundation. I think andesite is gonna work out pretty well, and on this side there's gonna be stairs leading up to the entrance. Alright, I think I've got something going. I'm not quite sure how this looks yet, and maybe down here would be a good place to put some display shelves like this. Now for the upper floors. I'm not sure how tall we have to make this. Let me figure that out right now. It has to go at least to about here. I think this color is actually gonna work. I was a little bit worried, but I'm liking it. And I also want to try this modded block here, this pillar trim. Not as good as I thought it would, actually. Let me try doing every other. Man, this red building sure does look a lot like a subscribe button. Please subscribe. I'm so close to 100K. Oh yeah, I'm really loving all the detail on this wall so far. It's looking great. And I want to figure out a bit of a roof trim up there to finish it off at the top. Overall, this is going to be one of the smaller buildings in our city, but it's still important we get it right because it's pretty much going to inspire the whole rest of the city. There's still loads of details I want to add to this, starting with... oh yeah, that's so cool. Flower, and sapling up there. Man, just a couple details took this build from being just okay to be something I'm super proud of. And even inside, there's this real spacious room in here where we can collect our bricks. To be honest, one AFK overnight in here should give us all the bricks we need. As the bricks began piling up in our factory, my mind began to drift off, thinking of inspiration for the big factory. And before long, I began to dream. I was in Mr. Beardstone's iconic Create mod server, where Stan gave me a tour around, first showing me a super inspiring base before taking a short train ride to Mr. Beardstone's industrial district. Seeing everything he had built was truly inspiring, and I woke up more ready than ever to get this factory done. I crafted up all the brick blocks, which means we can move on to our next material, all of the larch wood. I think if I grow this sapling, it should be the right color of wood. It should be like, yeah, this bluish gray color I really like. We're gonna use this for the roof. Let's collect a ton of it. Wood is checked off the list, so we can move on to deep slate, which we should have a ton in here. Oh yeah, we have plenty. This should be more than enough. And finally, andesite and all the other stones should be super easy as well. Tons in our storage. My plan is to have the schematic cannon build the outside of the factory for us, so I decided to supply it with a ton of gunpowder by killing 2 or 3 creepers. And I hit play on the cannon to watch it print out our incredible new factory. To be honest, I'm really proud with how this factory turned out, and I'm glad I didn't have to build it by hand. That's one of the nice things about Create Mod. Well, of course, I did build it by hand in a creative mode world. But anyways, this build mostly uses bricks and a mix of granite in there a little bit. I threw in some details like these shipping containers and barrels just to add some clutter to the front. There's still a whole lot more detailing that needs to go on, but I tried to at least add something for now on all the sides. These mangrove roots, the little shaft as like a gutter, and even some conveyor belts and pipes back here. This one actually works. It hooked up to a little water wheel inside, and it's a little slow. I'm not sure what it'd be used for, but it's there. More shipping containers around the back. This one, hold on. There. Wait, what? We've got a back entrance here and a giant fluid tank because I think it looks cool. But I'm ready to head inside and get this iron farm designed. First, we need a power source for it. So I'm going to run over here and throw down some water wheels. I feel like this is the easiest, most effective power source. Then we can throw on this speed controller here to speed up it a little bit. And then run some shafts along the wall here. We'll come back to that later once we build the farm. The first step in making iron is actually getting cobblestone. So we're going to pillar up a few blocks and build a little simple cobblestone generator. Just like that. And to mine the cobblestone, we'll use mechanical drills, some gearboxes, and a shaft leading downwards. After we create the cobblestone, we want to mill it down with some crushing stones. So we'll throw 4 of these on either side like that. And once the cobblestone is crushed, it turns into gravel, which we can then clean off with this system right here. The main problem is our farm actually creates 2 things, flint and iron. So we need to separate both of those things. And we'll do that with a bit of a brass funnel sort of junction right here. I mostly got everything in place here. I'll explain how it works once I get it all set up. But one last thing I want to do to make sure we have enough room to store all of this iron is going to be placing a giant storage container right over here. Like this. Perfect. Almost. Let's throw some more on top. Perfect. That thing should hold unlimited iron. And this farm isn't even gonna be that fast. All right, it should all be hooked up. So if I set this to around here, how far can we push it? Here, 56. Perfect. And you can see the whole farm is running now. To be fair, one of these is spinning the wrong way, which is an easy fix. Perfect. With the iron farm now done, it's super important for us to spend some time detailing the interior. I started out by ripping out the floor and placing it with a more simple texture. I like it so much better. I'm so happy I did it. Next, I decided I wanted to cover certain parts of the farm. So I built this little brick room around it, and I put some windows in it so you can see some of the cooler parts of the farm. I immediately hated how the spruce windows look though, so I did end up replacing them with these cool metal glass windows. I like them so much better. And from there, I just wanted to add more iron themed decoration. I added this metal catwalk going up towards the roof for some reason. I'm not sure what it's there for, but it's there. Next, I added some more mechanical bits to this water wheel to make it look more like an engine. I think I kind of pulled it off. The pipes definitely help. And finally, I built these workstation tables cluttered with different iron items, and I think it was the perfect way to add some life to this area. Just check it out. Looking through these windows, we can see the cobblestone being crushed into gravel, being washed off on this conveyor belt here, and then being filtered into flint and crafted into iron. And it's running admittedly pretty slow, but over time, it'll trickle in quite a bit of iron. And for how small the farm is, it's going to be relatively effective. The interior is detailed pretty well, but moving outside for our final step, we need to detail this exterior. My main goal is just to help it feel more alive. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks out, I suppose, and set up this little thing here. What I'm having in mind is like a little beam here for cars to pass underneath. Maybe this is sticking out too much. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good. Let's get these employees out of the way. Get out of here. I'm sure there's no villagers nearby. I'll be fine. But there's more of them hiding underneath our road. Oh geez, I'm actually gonna die. Let's eat real quick. Now my idea is actually to build a truck right here with a big shipping container on top. And I've never built a truck before, so let's see if we can pull this off. So let's grab some tires, some andesite slabs for the sort of undercarriage area, spruce trapdoors for the truck bed. I think I'll make the truck itself out of white concrete. And finally, I want to make a nice large shipping container, which involves pressing all this iron down, crafting quite a few barrels, and also getting a bunch of dye. I think I'm going to go with green dye, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I put some cactuses down here just for this occasion. Let's try to figure out a design here. I'll start by placing down some tires, just like this, not like that, just like this, and then a bunch of andesite here. Let's just figure out a general shape up here. I hope this turns out all right. All right, that's not terrible. It looks pretty stupid right now. Let's add some details. We got that. We'll throw on this. Never mind. We'll throw on that. Yeah, that's a whole lot better for sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for headlights, but I will put some mirrors on the side like that, I guess, and then place some temporary blocks here so we can surround them in spruce trapdoors for the truck bed. Perfect amount. You know what? I'll just throw my shipping containers right on top, and we have nowhere near enough. All right, let me throw in a few more details. I got these yellow placard things like that for headlights. I like it. And then potentially some trapdoors to act as car doors like that. I also kind of like that. I think that works. And yeah, bam, we got this nice looking car here. I still need a few more shipping containers, but those take a long time to get. I'll get them later. In the meantime, let's add some texture to all the stuff on this ground here. Make it look a little bit more detailed. And with that last bit of detail, our iron factory is done. In this video, we've not only built this super cool iron factory, but also this brick factory, but also this brick shop, which turned out so good and is super efficient, way more efficient than the iron farm. And I'd like to apologize for how short this video is. It's been a busy last couple weeks getting school done and stuff like that. But I'm excited to announce a brand new vanilla Minecraft series is coming soon and that I'm super excited for. And don't worry, that doesn't mean this series is going anywhere. You might just take a short hiatus. All that to say, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.